When people first hear the name Tesla full self-driving version 14.2.2.3, it doesn't sound exciting. It sounds technical, cold, almost meaningless. A string of numbers that only engineers or software testers would care about. And yet, this version represents something much bigger than its name suggests. Because Tesla is not building a feature, Tesla is building a system, and systems don't evolve in dramatic jumps. They evolve quietly, patiently, layer by layer. To understand what 14.2.2.3 really means, you have to step away from the screen, step away from marketing headlines, and step away from the idea that a car is just a machine that takes you from one place to another. A Tesla is closer to a living platform than a traditional vehicle. At its core, a Tesla is energy first, intelligence second, motion third. Everything starts with energy, the battery. Tesla's battery is not just a box of cells. It is the heart of the vehicle. It determines how the car accelerates, how it brakes, how it handles heat, how it charges, and how long it will live. Every software update, including full self-driving 14.2.2.3, is designed with the battery in mind. In older cars, driving style was entirely human. Aggressive drivers wore their cars down faster. Calm drivers extended vehicle life. Tesla changes that relationship. Now the software itself learns how to drive in a way that protects the car. When full self-driving becomes smoother, when acceleration becomes gentler, when braking becomes more predictive, the battery benefits immediately. Peak power draw drops, heat spikes are reduced, cell stress decreases. These are invisible improvements, but over 100,000 miles, they matter more than horsepower or top speed. Heat is the silent enemy of batteries. Every unnecessary surge of power creates heat. Every hard stop wastes energy. FSD 14.2.2.3 quietly reduces those moments. Charging is where this intelligence truly shows itself. Tesla doesn't treat charging as a separate activity. Charging is part of driving. The car plans for it, it prepares for it, it optimizes for it. When a Tesla knows it will charge soon, it adjusts battery temperature in advance. But the smoother the drive before charging, the less correction is needed. This means faster, safer, more consistent charging sessions. Over time, this protects the battery's internal chemistry. The result is slower degradation and more usable range years down the line. This is why Tesla batteries often last longer than expected. Not because the cells are magical, but because the software treats them with respect. Now think about durabilities. A traditional car experiences wear through chaos. Sudden braking, harsh steering, inconsistent throttle. Humans are emotional drivers. We rush, we hesitate, we overcorrect. Full self-driving is not emotional. Version 14.2.2.3 shows Tesla teaching the car patience. The steering inputs are smaller, the corrections are smoother, the movements feel planned, not reactive. That directly affects suspension components. Tires wear more evenly, bushings last longer, steering systems experience less stress. Brakes last dramatically longer due to better regenerative braking use. Durability isn't glamorous, but it defines ownership experience. Now let's talk about function, what the car actually does. Earlier FSD versions behaved like advanced driver assistants. They followed rules, they reacted to triggers, but the world is not rule-based, it's probabilistic, messy, human. With 14.2.2.3, Tesla leans deeper into end-to-end neural networks. The car doesn't just follow instructions, it interprets situations. A pedestrian standing near the curb isn't treated the same as a pedestrian walking with intent. A cyclist wobbling is different from a cyclist riding steadily. A car drifting in its lane signals distraction. These are not programmed rules, these are learned behaviors. The car learns by watching millions of humans drive. It learns what usually happens next. It learns expectation. This is the difference between reaction and prediction. Prediction is intelligence. And this is where Tesla becomes a robotics company. A robot is not defined by its shape. A robot is defined by its ability to perceive, decide, and act in the physical world. Tesla cars already do this. They see using cameras, they decide using neural networks, they act using motors and brakes. The same intelligence that helps a Tesla navigate a complex intersection is the foundation for humanoid robots. Walking, balancing, carrying objects, these are all problems of perception and motion planning. That's why Tesla cares so deeply about smoothness. Jerky motion is a sign of uncertainty. Smooth motion is a sign of confidence. With 14.2.2.3, the car feels more confident, not faster, not aggressive, just sure. Reliability is built the same way. Tesla vehicles operate in rain, fog, snow, heat, dust, glare, darkness. Cameras get blinded, lenses get dirty, road markings disappear. Instead of adding more sensors, Tesla improves interpretation. If vision is imperfect, intelligence must compensate. Every time a Tesla hesitates, disengages, or makes a mistake, data is collected. That data feeds training, training improves prediction, prediction improves behavior. This feedback loop is Tesla's real advantage. Battery thermal management follows the same philosophy. The system learns how the car behaves in different climates. It adapts cooling and heating strategies to protect hardware. Over time, the car becomes better suited to its environment. Ownership is where everything comes together. Traditional cars decay, software cars evolve. A Tesla bought years ago can feel outdated in design but advanced in behavior. It learns, it adapts, it improves. FSD 14.2.2.3 feels less like a test and more like a system settling into itself. Yes, supervision is still required. Yes, edge cases remain, but the frequency of surprises drops. Safety improves quietly, not through dramatic avoidance but through fewer moments of risk. Insurance data, crash statistics, and long-term fleet data all reflect this gradual improvement. Now look at the future. Tesla is not just building cars that drive themselves. Tesla is building cars that manage themselves. Energy management, charging schedules, battery health, hardware preservation, route optimization. Eventually, a Tesla won't ask when to charge. It will decide. Eventually, it won't just drive when you're inside. It will drive when you're not. Robotaxi is not a fantasy, it's a trust equation. And trust is built through boring updates like 14.2.2.3. No fireworks, no hype, just better behavior. This is how autonomy actually arrives. Not with a press conference, but with silence, with a calm, with a confidence, with software that grows up. Tesla Full Self-Driving 14.2.2.3 is not the destination. It is proof that the journey is real. And it is far longer, deeper, and more important than most people realize.